Okay, listen. October is obviously the best month. It's got ghosts, it's got pumpkins, it's got dressing up in costumes, it's got candy, it's got the best weather. By the way, my perfect weather is about 55 degrees Fahrenheit, overcast, maybe a little bit of wind. It's cold enough that you want to wear a jacket, but not so cold that you need to wear a hat or anything. And October's full of those kinds of days. You're excited because there's that crisp little fall feeling in the air, but the days aren't too short that you start getting depressed yet. Yeah, honestly, October is the perfect month. On the other hand, there's September, which is honestly about the same. I always got excited for September because school's starting, but you also kind of dread it because school's starting. I don't know. In my head, September is golden, you know? All the months have different colors to me. October is orange, and September is just this like shining golden, like nostalgic color. And the weather's nice, and you start getting excited because October is coming up, and you just feel like it's finally fall, and there's still a lot of sunlight, but it's not too hot. Yeah, that's September. Then there's April, which is beautiful because, you know, you just get out of the winter, and you're finally feeling like it's spring. And like, you know, there's those days when you're like, whoa, I like brought a coat, but I don't actually need it. And then you realize you won't need it for several months after that, and it's great. It's not like those weird surprise days in like February or March where it's like, oh, it's warm, weird. I also tend to like rain, and I feel like April is when I see the most rain. Yeah, and then the flowers just start to bud, and it's the perfect temperature still. The days are getting longer, and you start to feel happy. Yeah, that's April. Oh, I forgot to say for April, it's also National Poetry Month, which is another reason why I like it so much. I got my prints of the seasons here. Best season, fall. Second best season, spring. These two I honestly can never decide. I hate the heat. I hate being too hot. The snow can be dangerous, and I don't like being in danger. May's good. It's a little bit hotter than April, so like I like May a little worse than April, but it's got all the same good things. You know, it's not too hot yet. There's more flowers, which is nice. There's more sunlight, which is nice, but I just really don't like being too hot. Then is March, which is probably maybe a little too high on this list, like weather-wise, but my birthday's in March, so I'm a little bit biased. But to be fair, honestly, you know, March is when the equinox happens and things begin to start feeling a little bit brighter. I also like how usually the very first beginnings of things begin to grow in March. It feels like kind of a hopeful time. I'm biased towards March. I can't really defend it that much, but I like it. June is beginning to get a little too hot for my taste, but hey, you know, there's sunlight. It's not sweltering yet. We're approaching sweltering, but not quite there yet. Plus it's Pride Month, so nice. That's all I have to say for June. Then November is just a little too dark, you know. I don't love Thanksgiving. I do like having a couple days off. I prefer the weather of November to worse months on this list, because usually it hasn't snowed too much, so there's not like slush or dangerous ice on the ground. It's just a bit too cold, which is fine. I honestly don't mind the too cold. It's just it could start to snow, and I don't love the snow. August is too warm. You're sick of the warmth by then, but you're just excited that you're that much closer to fall. So it's better than some, but I don't like it very much. Too hot still. December's too cold, and there's snow, which makes it a little bit dangerous. Christmas is kind of overwhelming, to be honest, but I do like getting gifts. I like making gifts for people. I like getting some days off, but it's a little overwhelming, so it's not very high on my list. July is too hot. That's it. It's too hot. That's all I have to say. Fireworks are annoying. July's too hot. February is the second to worst month. All slush, it's too dark, the vibes are bad. I don't like Valentine's Day very much. Yeah, it's Black History Month, which makes it better than January. January is slushy, depressing, hate the new year and all of the stuff involved with that. I mean, I don't know, it can be a little bit exciting, but that's about it. And then that's one day in January, and the rest of January just sucks. I don't like any of it. The weather's bad, the vibes are bad, just everything. It's all bad.